Right, welcome to another World Cup stream. I hope you can hear me. I haven't streamed in a while, so if anyone is in chat, let me know. This is Canada against Germany, Scorpion against Dragon. I missed the start, but we're still in turn 1, so not too much has happened yet. It looks like Scorpion attacked and hit Restoration of Balance, losing 5 cards, so yeah. So he lost court games, Censure, Fate vs. Net, Hawk Tattoo, and another court games. And then lost the conflict, lost the favor. So turn 1 was a win for Dragon, looks like. Ooh, but turn 2 Scorpion flips a Hidden Moon Dojo. Very good card. It's not great on the side, but it's still going to give him Passing Fate all of the turns as long as it's there. So, and then for Dragon we have another Doom Chikenja and Raitsugu. I think this guy is quite good against Scorpion in particular. So the Sakuje got clouded. Looks like he still wants to attack. I believe the score in this series is 1-0 to Canada. So if oh yeah, alright. So audio seems good. Yeah, I was just not talking for a second. Right, so if Scorpion can win this one, then that will be the series, and otherwise there will be a decider match. So I guess the good thing about flipping this resto is that he can attack it for free. Dragon does not defend. Probably wants to let this break for exactly that reason. It's quite unfortunate that the only Scorpion character has 3 skill. Yeah, so he is forced to break the Restoration of Balance. Oh, I think Dragon bid 4 actually, so I'm not sure about that. I haven't seen the deck list, but if there is... Oh yeah, there must be I Can Swim because he pre-plays a Reprieve on the Raitsugu. That seems smart. I don't know why he bid 4 in the first place though. still be dangerous to attack, I guess, in case there is a let go or calling in favors for the reprieve. I tried to get the chat overlay that some streamers have, but it doesn't seem to be working so far. Isn't one of the strategies against Scorpion to slightly underbid so you keep honor pressure off? Yes. It is, but he was still on 8, so I think it wasn't worth it for just the 1 honor to risk enabling I can swim. It will get turned on later anyway, but so he does attack the Hidden Moon Dojo and its shameful display underneath. Place the illusionist at home, so I guess he doesn't want to use the shameful, or maybe his plan was to flip this card and play that into the conflict. In which case, flipping the Imperial Storehouse is unfortunate. So we see calling in favors, and he does steal the reprieve. Does he have another one? Oh no, the disorder is off anyway because of a court game, so I'm not sure why you steal the reprieve already. And then there's another calling in favors to steal Finger of Jade. He could want to Fate Worse Than Death this Raitsugu. But then it would still be 3 skill attacking, so I don't know. Oh, we see Wave the Scorpion and then a second reprieve. It looks like the plan was definitely to swim this Raitsugu, but the second reprieve will stop that. It is Dragon Splash for a Scorpion though, so I imagine there's at least 1 let go in the deck. Let's see if he has anything. Clock's ticking down, so there's no potential for a 3-hour game this time. not sure what Nomen could be thinking about. Maybe he has a magistrate to play, but he passes in the end, so that will get rid of the dojo. I guess he couldn't really play the illusionist into the conflict because they would just get dueled and killed immediately. So we see political heir finding the other shameful display. It's already dishonored, so it doesn't matter too much. I don't think it's worth playing anything to win the air conflict. Oh, we see a let go from the dragon on the stolen reprieve. I guess there's not that many good targets for it anyway. So end of turn 2, it's dragon has 7 cards against 9 and 1 break against 1. The other is pretty much even. Scorpion has 8 fate though, and dragon has none. So I think this looks relatively good for Scorpion. He already found the restoration of balance, so he doesn't have to worry about having too many cards anymore. This Raitsugu is still quite strong, but I don't think the board makes up the difference of 8 fate. Let's see if he finds anything to spend it on. See, investigator with 3. There's nothing yet for Mitsu to play, so I think this makes sense. Let's see what Scorpio wants to do with 15 fate. I think the blackmail artist doesn't look that strong. It can take an honor if it wins a political conflict, but the honor totals are still so high that it doesn't matter that much. So it's more of a late game card. You might just play both of these other characters. Or he might be tempted to still pass and go to 16 fate, depending what he has in hand. Yeah, the Shoji could be really good. Against this investigator, you could threaten to kill him with a dishonor effect or something like that. So we might see him come out. Does buy the rumor monger with 1. It's always good to have a courtier. So that Forged Edict is on. Oh, he does get the blackmail artist instead, actually. That's interesting. Let's see what he does with that. It might be that he has expensive cards in hand already, so he wants to not to spend all the fate on Shoju. So the Dryad will have to attack first, and if he goes in with the Investigator, he's liable to just get a Fate Worse Than Death first action so that he can't investigate. So he would maybe prefer to defend with the Investigator. Oh, and we see a Skirmisher, so it seems like it will be a military attack. Maybe with... I don't know, we'll see if he does both or just the Skirmisher. Yeah, let me have a look at the decks. So there is 1 Kachiko, 3 Fate Worse Than Death. That's about it for the expensive cards. And then the splash is 2 Let Go, 2 Hawk Tattoo, and 2 Ancient Masters. And on the other side, I expect the Dragon deck will be pretty standard. It's 3 Pathfinder's Blade, 3 Reprieve, 2 Skirmisher. Yeah, the Dragon deck looks very normal. Oh, this is a bit bad. So he initiated a military conflict with both of these, and then we already got a message that is secret cache, but I think the reason it's not flipped yet is because he didn't choose covert, and he is still able to pick the covert target now. Or, well, it's the Scorpion clock running though, so I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's just a graphical bug that this is not flipped. Strange. There are 2 Cunning Magistrates. Also 1 Kami Unleashed and 1 Meek Informant, so 7 characters. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, but the players are not saying anything, so I'll just... wait. Oh, I see. He was thinking about whether or not he wanted to use the Finger of Jade to cancel the covert, and in the end he does. So that allows the Zokujin to defend, and then Pathfinder's Blade stops secret cache. We see Banzai from Scorpion, making it 3-7. And then Fine Katana plus Box will make it equal again. Scorpion passed, then box makes it 7-7. This is for an Earth Ring, so it's probably worth spending one more card if he can win the conflict with that. This favorable ground seems pretty good for Dragon because later on he can just move in Raitsugu and duel someone. One of these low military guys. Maybe that's why Nomen put Fate on both of them. Oh, huh, the dragon actually moves home now. I'm not sure why he did that. So Scorpion passed, it was 7-7. Oh, there we go. He wanted to hawk that to the blackmail artist. So he was not going to win the conflict anyway. It would have been nice to duel the blackmail artist first maybe, but I guess he decided not to. Oh, there's another hawk tattoo, so the investigator's also going into the conflict. Yeah, he did use the stronghold first, which didn't do anything, so that was a mistake. This is probably it for this conflict. Using the favorable ground opened him up to this hawk tattoo as well. I don't know, I would have been tempted to just take the 7-7 win and resolve the Earth Ring, but maybe he figures that he really doesn't want to lose honor to this blackmail artist. So it is now Scorpion's turn to have a conflict. I think he probably will attack just because there's 2 fate on this water ring, so if he passes then Dragon will get that. Maybe just go political water with the rumor monger. Doesn't really want to attack Shameful, so something else. It'll be Feast or Famine, or I think there's a Sacred Sanctuary. Yeah, there's Sacred Sanctuary and then Rally to the Cause in the Dragon deck, which is probably on the box. Oh, he has a Kami Unleashed to attack with instead. Played with the Fate, so he doesn't plan to sacrifice this. Dragon could defend for 2. Finds Feast or Famine. That's not too bad. There's only 1 fate to steal. If this Kami gets buffed with a sword or something from the dragon. And he could always sacrifice it. Unless it gets clouded first. See, no defense. Yeah, exactly. If he played this without Fate, then it could be killed more easily. So no defense, pass, pass. So he used the Water Ring to ready this Blackmail Artist. Looks like Void Political. Probably on the secret cache. It was used already. Even though it got blocked with Pathfinder's Blade. No, maybe not. So Dragon passes. I guess he prefers to defend. And Scorpion will flip the last province, which should be the Sacred Sanctuary. There's no monks on the board yet, so might as well attack that. And it only has 2 strength, so if he could get a break here, that would be nice. So this Raitsugu is on 4 military. So if he wants to duel and guarantee a win, then he would have to spend. He would have to go to 8, so he'd have to spend 3 honor. It's not the best. Say court games to remove the dishonor. But the Rumor Monger is probably just going to move it to the Skirmisher. Yeah, maybe he forgot about that. So it's currently breaking. It's really costing him now that he used his box already in the other conflict. Because otherwise he could stop the break and also get a way better duel. Oh, he goes for the duel against the Rumor Monger. Let's see what the bids are. So there's the Rumor Monger starts at 2 and Raitsugu starts at 4. So if you want to guarantee a win as Dragon, then you have to bid 4. But then you would be paying 3 honor if the score goes for 1, so... okay, so Dragon did 3. So if Nomen bid 5, then it would have been a tie. But he bid 1, so it costs 2 honor to remove this fate. Oh, and we see Dragon play another Hawk Tattoo on this Investigator just to get him in here. So he can use the ability. It seems a bit expensive, but seeing these 12 cards is nice. So there's Fate Worse Than Death, Ancient Master, Assassination, Cloud to Mind, Cunning Magistrate, 2 for Shames, all 3 Edicts, the I Can Swim, that was kind of telegraphed already, and then a Meek Informant. WorkerBee chooses to discard a Fate Worse Than Death. That seems good. I think it's a Fate Worse Than Death is like a good default choice to discard, because at some point in the game it will get you. Yeah, and he has nothing else, so the Sanctuary breaks. That's very good for Scorpion. So now he only has to break one of these two, the Shameful or the Feast. He doesn't have any fate on board next turn, so he might play only characters without fate and then go for the Feast or Famine. Still 7 fate in the bank. And Dragon is down to 5 honor now. That duel was still a bit expensive. Let's see if he keeps the Shoju. If he wants to play without fate on characters, then maybe he will replace it. He did lose his Fate Worse Than Death though, so it does keep him. So we see another Shoju, a Manipulator, and Kudaka, and on the other side we see another Mitsu and another Niten Master. So in this case, when there's only 7 cards in hand and only 6 honor, so he can't bid 5, or not for long at least. A few swords are already gone, so I think Niten Master is really not that good anymore. He'll probably replace them at the end of the turn. So Mitsu comes out with 2 fate after the dupe, and then it's Shoju with 3, so he's clearly not going for Feast or Famine. Let's see, are there any targets yet? No, there are still no monk tattoos or keyhoes in here. Yeah, I'm not sure. He kept this right Niten Master last turn, which I don't know why. So we see 3 against 5. Dragon gets 2 honor back. But we have 16 cards against 10 now. But 3 of these characters are leaving at the end of the turn, so if the Dragon can hold out for a bit, maybe he can find an opening next turn. There's still a reprieve on this Raitsugu, so he has 3 big characters staying around. I wonder if Scorpion is planning to attack. There's 2 fate on air, so he probably has to take that. But he would have to go for a Shameful Display, so that would... Dragon would probably defend with Mitsu and make him honored. Scorpion is behind on the clock by 14 minutes though, so if the game goes long, that could really put him behind. Goes for Feast or Famine actually, with a Fire Ring, taking 1 fate. Maybe the plan is to get the Fire Ring, either by just winning the conflict or using the Kami to dishonor Mitsu, and then Icon Swim is on, so that would be very dangerous. Might see dual first action. Guess he more or less has to do that unless he wants to get dishonored. So Kara says accidentally breaking his feast would be really bad. Yes, but the Kami can sacrifice itself, right? And there's no Shikan just for Cloud to Mind. So I suppose it's safe. I don't think there's any cards that could force it to break, at least in this conflict. So we do see the... Oh wow! Why did he bid 5? What? So Raitsuku defends and starts a duel, but then... He was already ahead 4 against 1, so I really don't know why Dragon bid 5 there. I can't imagine he wants to lose honor on purpose. Alright, why Stacky says he's immune to I can swim now. That's true. That is a reason to bid 5. I think that's probably not worth it to pay 4 honor for that, but yeah, you're right. That is a reason. Was he let go on Hawk Tattoo? So that's the Dragon's own Hawk Tattoo, which will put it in the discard pile, so then he can use it again with Mitsu. So see Forge Edict to cancel that, leaving Mitsu with no targets. Oh, he has a Hurricane Punch, so that will put him over the 5 needed for Pilgrimage, and I guess he will play it again because Mitsu has to be participating to use his ability. So the Hurricane Punch goes off. Even if you cancel it, it still goes to the discard, so he would be able to use it with Mitsu anyway. We see Scorpion play Ancient Master into the conflict, which gives him 2 skill because he also has the favor. He must have something else because this Mitsu is going to Hurricane Punch again. I'm not sure about this Ancient Master. Even if he does have a Bonsai or something, then a Void Fist would just send him home. Oh, he doesn't have anything. So the Pilgrimage is still going to break. I'm not sure why he played the Master then. So WorkerBee resolves air, it goes up to 6. So he won't be dying to Dishonor quite yet. 2 breaks to 2 now. So I think Scorpion would really like to attack with these political characters, but if he does, he would have to go to Shameful Display. So he would get a Shameful trigger and get investigated. which is definitely not ideal. Maybe he wants to pass his conflict, but yeah. This shoju with 3 fate really blocks himself from going to feast or famine this turn or next turn. So it looks like Earth with Blackmail Artist and the Sakujin, leaving Shouju behind to either grab the favor or defend. Drag defends and reveals the hand again. There's a new fate worse than death, 2 assassinations, 2 clouds, a censure, the magistrate's still there. 3 for shame, 2 edict, I can swim and meek informant. You choose to discard fate worse than death again. That's the 3rd one, so that's all of those gone. I don't think a single one of them got played. I think the first one was an Earth Ring and then these other 2 got investigated. See for shames, yeah. Of course he still has Shameful Display, as well as Stronghold. Oh yeah, the first one was Restoration of Balance. There's the 2nd for shame. And then Court Games gets censured. And then the 3rd for shame will finally bow this investigator. Then Seal of the Dragon. I'm not sure what that is for. This makes the investigator a monk, so it could be used for Void Fist, but it has... oh, it does. Oh, right, I always forget that the equal skill is good enough for Void Fist, because otherwise it would definitely not see play. So he Void Fist the Blackmail Artist, which was the only skill the Scorpion has, because the Sokujit is disordered, so he has 0. And Magistrate comes out, puts him on 2. I don't think he had anything to break this with. Alright, of course he has the Meek Informant. So we know the Dragon Hand as well. It's a Daisho, Banzai, 2 Clouds, another Hurricane Punch, and Pathfinder's Blade. And he loses the punch at random. Oof, that's 3 breaks down though, so it's just a rally on the Stronghold left. And besides, you know, losing the game if it breaks, the rally also is very easy to attack. So it is a rough third of events for Dragon. Scorpion gets the favor as well. Yeah, this could be hard to defend because we have the Cunning Magistrate while two of these characters are dishonored. Dragon does have first player, so he's got that going for him. Still keeping the Nita Master actually. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has... Well, we know what he has in hand. He has one sword, right? He has a Daisho. Oh, and a Pathfinder's Blade. So maybe he does want to play this Nita Master. Alchemist also looks pretty good though. To turn on the Cloud the Mines and remove a dishonor. Let's see what he thinks is better. Meanwhile, on the Scorpion side, there's a Liar. And Yogo Hiroe. So that will allow him to pull someone into a conflict they don't want to be in. Kind of a Hawk Tattoo in core set. Bids are 5 to 5, that's quite brave on 6 honor. So good read. There's a favorable ground as well on the Scorpion side, so I think this rally to the cause under the Dragon Stronghold is really at risk of breaking this turn. I'm not sure if Dragon can attack at all. He does have Mitsu, who can play this Void Fist again. And he does have 5 extra cards, so that's something. He plays Tattooed Wanderer on the Investigator. Which gets let go. I'm not sure what the plan was with that. I guess he wanted to attack, because there's no covert on the Scorpion side that he would need to defend against. There's also 2 Fate on the Void Ring, so attacking is really attractive, but I wonder if you can still defend the Stronghold. Yuka says he could also Hawk to ease pressure. Yeah, that's true. That's true. This Hawk Tattoo did end up in the discard finally, so Mitsu could also play Hawk Tattoo. Maybe to get this Shoju into a conflict. Mitsu would have to be participating though, so I'm not sure. So we see Political Void. The last province is Upholding Authority, so that's relatively safe to attack with the Investigator. And then Hero defends and passes. Investigator goes off, so he now has all 3 assassinations, which he can't play. 2 Cloud to Mind that he doesn't have Shigenja for. So that's 5 dead cards in the Scorpion hand, and then he has an Ancient Master, 2 Edicts. I can swim, let go, and wave the Scorpion. Consider if to let go. Oh haha, I got your name right. I just guessed really. Yeah, these assassinations are really not doing anything for him. He has the Art to spare, but I think Dragon is just not going to play a 2-cost character for the rest of the game. Because he knows it will get killed for basically free anyway. Oh, he doesn't defend, so Scorpion attack pokes with the Ancient Master. Dragon does not defend. That seems very dangerous. He has this favorable ground, so he could move in either Shoju or the Gunning Magistrate and probably get the 6th skill, right? Or I guess we know everything that's in the hand, so we can just check. There's a Way of the Scorpion. Calling in Favors. Ancient Master. Okay, yeah. I mean, the investigator saw the whole hand, so he knew that he couldn't get broken. Turns out it's pretty good to see your opponent's entire hand. So Dragon loses 1 honor, and the Watering readies Heroe. So on political we have 7, 8, 9, 12, 16, with a favor is 17 coming in. I'm not sure if he can defend that. Does still have Master Alchemist to use. Looks like another attack is coming in. Going for fire, that makes sense. This Raitsugu would just get instant. Oh no, there's a cloud here. But he would be only 1 skill anyway, so. He's attacking with fire though, and I don't think this Master Alchemist has been used yet. No, so maybe he should have done that last conflict and then he could pick the fate back up. So Gunning Magistrate defends, which means Ratsugu doesn't count anymore because it's dishonored, but then we see another cloud, making it 4 against 2. Then the magistrate just moves home, so now Appalling Authority is breaking. So we'll get to see the dragon hand again after Scorpion picks a card. Oh, WorkerBee says, damn, forgot the Pathfinder's Blade. Yeah, he had one in hand, so he definitely should have played that to stop this Upholding Authority trigger. Loses Tattooed Wanderer, so he still has a Daisho, a Banzai, Katana, 2 Pathfinder's Blades even, and a Reprieve. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. So Scorpion will go to air, and I guess we'll just see if this is a break or not. I think you could calculate it because we know all the cards, but let's just see what happens. So WorkerBee defends for 7, so he's down 10 currently. Ooh, and this Master Alchemist is at high risk of dying. Oh no, there's a cloud on Shoju, so no one's going to die. He discarded the let go earlier, so no risk of that. First action is a Pathfinder's Blade, just playing cards for Void Fist, pretty much. I believe there are forged edicts though. Yes, there's still 2 edicts left, and he also does have 2 courtiers, so I think Dragon is probably dead here because of the cancels, but let's see. So we see Banzai, again doesn't do anything, just Void Fist. We see Mitsu try to play Void Fist from the discard, but it gets cancelled. And that's GG. The Scorpio 1-on breaks in the end, so despite the Dragon Robe being really potent, it also has low province strength, and in particular the Sacred Sanctuary didn't have any effect, but it did have only 2 province strength, which made it easy to break. So yeah, it was well done avoiding the I can swim all game. I think that time where he used the box on Raitsuku in the wrong conflict was really detrimental to him. Anyway, let me check the sheet. I think that makes it... Yeah, that's 2-0 to Canada, so I believe Canada have... Tokaru says with Stronghold and Master he could avoid breaking, so he could use the Alchemist for 2 more skill and then the box for 2 more, so that's 4. Then it would still be 17 against 11, so it would still be breaking. And I think Canada won their first week match as well. Yeah, they did, so they're 2-0 now in matches and will definitely advance to the next stage, so congratulations to them. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.